Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl J Fab here. You know me on here is J Mariah. It won't let me change it. And the reason why I'm coming to you today is just to kind of have a talk because I made a statement on my Snapchat the other day that I would no longer be posting personal things on my social media, and I was contemplating shutting down my blog, all types of crazy stuff. My period was on the way, so that might be why I was so emotional. But it started from a meme I posted of this YouTube famous couple, De'Ara and Ken, and they're on vacation and they're booed up and there's this pig swimming by, and everybody's like, oh, summer goals, relationship goals. And I was like, I'm trying to be summer 17, but at this rate, I'm just gonna be the pig swimming by in the water. Kiki, ha ha ha. It really was supposed to be cute. Like, I'm not pressed to have a man. I'm okay being single for once in my life. I'm happy being single. And this guy who I've never met in real life, who we speak here and there between Instagram and Snapchat just to comment on each other's videos or posts, or even like a little flirt here and there. Been following each other for a couple of years now. And he commented, and it was really early in the morning. It was like 6 o'clock in the morning. Maybe that's why I was irritated. But he commented and was like, LOL, here you go. So I was like, what do you mean? So he goes on to say, you be in love like every other week. Okay, sir. One, I don't take that word lightly. Like, I've only been in love 3 times, and my good friends know this. The people who know me on social media and through my blog, let me just say this. Every boy I post, every date I Snapchat, every hand I hold, every nigga's dick I talk about on my blog is not somebody I'm in love with. I like to date. I'm a serial dater. I'm a person who tries on 10 pairs of shoes before they buy the one they came to the store for in the first damn place. I like to try stuff out. I like to figure out what I'm gonna like. And then guess what? If I like it at first and I don't like it in a couple of days or a couple of weeks or a couple of months, I move on and like somebody else. It's not that deep. But to say I'm always in love when you don't know me, it's a little annoying, and it touched a nerve because I'm a really open book. I wear my heart on my sleeves. Like I said, I've only been in love 3 times. And I think what the people who are not my close circle of friends don't realize, I kind of date the same guys every year. So it's like, I've had 3-year relationships in the midst of me dating people, because I would date off and on, like every 6 months. I might break up, or we might break up with each other, but then we're right back together in a month or so. But in that month or so, I got bored and went on a date. Okay, so what? But as far as like my heart, my daughter's father has only had my heart. The guy I dated from 2012 up into some parts of 2016 is the only other guy who's had my heart. And in between that, the guy from 2015 to 2017, some parts of that has only had my heart. And I was engaged to him. So it's like, even in between our breakups, I dated other people. So the fuck what? Like, it doesn't mean anything. But I was just really irritated that this stranger said to me, you're in love every other week. You don't know that, sir. And that brings me to the point of this video. And the reason why I kind of snapped and was like, I'm not posting nothing else personal. I'm just gonna keep my shit to myself. I'm just gonna be one of those girls who you see a fucking wrist and you don't know who she's dating and none of that. But then I'm like, that's not me. And every time I think about doing that or not writing or something like that, I get an email or a message or a text from someone who has read or watched something I've done, and they're like, girl, I'm going through the same thing. Or even guys, like a lot of guys write me and they're just like, wow, like you opened up my eyes to a lot of things with women and relationships and just how people were raised and how you came about. Like, for those who don't know, I was raised in an emotionally abusive household, emotionally and verbally. Like, I didn't have a mother or a father present. I was raised by my grandmother. God bless her, she did the best that she knew how. And it took me being almost 30 to realize she didn't really know any better. She didn't know how to love me. And, you know, my mother was the daughter that she never wanted. So for me, I just got a lot of the resentment. I got a lot of the resentment, a lot of the, I would have had this if I didn't have to take you. And there were times I just wished she would just send me to a foster home. Like, she would threaten me every time I got in trouble for talking back at school. you know, if the school calls me again, I'm gonna send you to DCF and blah, all this other stuff. And it's just like, as a kid, I don't need that shit. I don't need it. I have to break my watch. But it's like, I'm a good kid. I never got suspended until senior year. And that was for starting a food fight because I was a class clown. But as far as like fighting, having the cops bring me home, staying out all night, running around, I never did anything. But I grew up in a loveless household. My grandmother did not know how to love me. My mother was not around to love me. And I didn't have a dad until my stepdad came when I was 9. But my mother ran him away too. So it was like, I just had to figure this shit out. And growing up in that kind of household, I wasn't able to express myself. So a lot of the sharing that you guys get is stuff built up for years that I haven't been able to say. Or growing up, you know, it's like, why are you crying? What are you crying for? And go in the room and cry. I never got to cry. Like, you know how stressful that is to grow up and have your feelings hurt or be sad or have a bad day and not be able to let that out because you're gonna get yelled at by your parent. Like, my friends will let me cry and they will be the ones to pick me up. So that's another thing. I take my friendships and my relationships super, super seriously when they are serious because they're all I really have. I don't have family like that. So when I am in love, yeah, I'm in love and I want to show it to the world. I want to post it. I want to talk about it. I want to, you know, brag about it, whatever. And when it's over, it's over. I have no problem sharing what went wrong in the relationship on his end, my end, or shit. Could be her end. It just depends on how I'm feeling that day. But I have no problem sharing that because there might be someone else. As I've learned, there is always someone else going through this same exact thing and they don't know how to pick up the pieces and move on, or they don't know what went wrong, or they don't know that it's normal to feel the way you feel. Like, I have a friend right now, her name is Omni. Hey girl. And we have been friends for years because of a Tumblr post. Omni was a follower on Tumblr, and in 2012 or 13, I was going through a really bad depression. I mean, I drank a bottle of NyQuil in my bathtub type of depression. So I don't really talk about it. But I blogged about it and I opened up the platform for Black people, especially Black women, especially young Black women, dealing with depression and how we're told to deal with it and how we're not allowed to deal with it. And how, you know, my grandmother made me feel like because I had a job, because I had money, because I had a boyfriend, because I had a car, that everything was okay, that nothing was ever that bad. And since I couldn't go to her, I went to my blog, which was Tumblr at the time. I still have my Tumblr, but I barely post on it. I went to that space to express myself, and I got attention from someone like her and other people that said, I'm going through the same thing, and I had no idea that people that looked like me could go through this. And I remember her saying, you know, I look at your posts and you're so beautiful and you're always like so funny and so full of life and just so joyful. You just make everybody feel good. I would have never guessed. And it was then that I realized I don't really know how I'm gonna do this, but I know that my purpose is my voice. I know that I'm put on this earth to express myself, to reach people that I don't know. So whether that's through a rant on Twitter or a blog post or a YouTube video, I know that there's something inside of me that is supposed to come out to help other people. And I can't let people I don't even know, or people who are not contributing to that positively, affect that. And that's what was about to happen. Like, I was about to just get fed up with the negativity because I get a lot of shit. I get shit talked to me about a lot of stuff. I'm very open. I'm very sexual. I'm very into whatever I like. And there are times my posts get me in hot water. I get cussed out by exes. Why you posting about me on your blog? I didn't say your name, nigga. I could have said so-and-so had trash dick, but I didn't. But it's like, this is my life. This is my truth. Let me express my life and my truth. If you're upset about it, I don't mean to offend, and the reason why I don't say names and post pictures and post really, really specific details is because I'm not trying to embarrass anybody. I'm not saying anything to hurt anybody. It's me expressing my experiences. And I was really getting to that point where I'm like, you know what? I had already cleaned up my Instagram. Like, if you go on my Instagram now, it's clean. Like, it looks like I had just in this artsy ass weirdo that doesn't really do too much. I don't really get into so much. I don't follow that many people. But I started like making little baby steps to just being more private. But then it's like, I don't know, it just doesn't feel authentic. I wouldn't be Jam if y'all didn't get a rant on Snapchat every now and then, or if y'all didn't get a blog post about something real. So I guess the reason why I'm making this video is because I'm human. We're all human. And you just never know what you say to somebody and how it might affect them, because had I not taken the time to cool off and just pray honestly, that would have been the last day that y'all would have heard from me, because I just would have been like, you know what, I'm sick of it. And I'm a person with pretty tough skin. I mean, I could dish it, I could take it. I get into it with some of the biggest internet trolls in the world, and I hold my own. So I don't really know why this particular person bothered me so much. And maybe it was the comment of, oh, you be in love every week. Because I don't. I take love so serious because I never grew up with it. I never had it. So I take it serious. I don't love every nigga I sleep with. Maybe that sounds bad. Maybe I'm going to be a hoe for it later in my comments. Who knows? But I just know that it's my truth. And I can't stop living my truth to make somebody uncomfortable, or to make somebody comfortable. I'm not going to do that. That's not what I'm here for. So I just really want to say I appreciate you guys who do appreciate my realness. I appreciate you guys that have a sense of humor. And I appreciate the people that actually comment and that actually send me emails. And I get heartfelt Instagram messages all the time. And y'all just don't know, that makes my day. And if anybody, has ever dealt with depression or anxiety or anything like that, you know it doesn't go away. Some days are just better than others. So some days I might be having a bad day and I need that message to say, you know what, Jam? I loved your blog post the other day. This is what made me feel like this. So keep writing me. I'm gonna keep writing you guys, and just don't ever change. If there's something about you that's authentic, that people gravitate to, that makes you feel better when you do it, do it. Don't, I've lived my whole life for other people and being afraid to be me, and now I'm finally being me, and I'm not about to change that. So that's all I wanted to say. I can't be out here crying. Y'all gonna think I'm a punk bitch or something, and I got a rep to uphold. So yeah, but I love you guys, and I'm good. Like, I'm all right. Don't worry. The blog's not going anywhere. I blocked that nigga and kept it moving. Like I said, my period's coming, so I might just go make some cookies or something and binge watch TV. Real Housewives of Atlanta's coming in tonight, so I'll be okay. I'm fine. Bye, guys.